This is so true and so easy to not do. Shame is so pervasive. It's all around us. It's been put into us as kids and by our parents, by society. Not that our parents are doing it on purpose. It's just everywhere. So it's very natural to, well, it's not natural, but it's very understandable to apply it to growth and to kind of go, what the hell is wrong with you? Why aren't you growing? Why aren't you being as wonderful as you know yourself to be? Because we all get little glimpses into what we are in our essence, forgetting the fact that we can get covered over by our unconsciousness. And then it's very easy for us to kind of give ourselves a hard time and think that giving ourselves a hard time is how we will grow. And we won't, of course, because just giving yourself a hard time or shaming yourself, like, what is wrong with you? Why are you still so unconscious? Why aren't you this radiant being of light that you know yourself to be? Why aren't you living that? But of course it doesn't work. It just drives it down. I always think of it like a sandwich, like if you squash things down in a sandwich, it just comes out the side. It doesn't mean it goes away. So if you talk harshly to yourself, unkindly to yourself like that, if you're trying to shame yourself into growth, it's not like you grow, you just become quieter on the inside. Those little parts just retreat and wait to come out again. The only way I have found to help in the process of your growth, or evolution as it says in this meme, is love. Is by loving those parts of you. That sounds lovely, doesn't it? Oh, just love the unconscious parts of you. Well, what if the unconscious part of you just sabotaged, your relationship with somebody in your family, or at work, or made you look like an idiot? They're not that easy to love then, are they? But you have to do it, because instead of that dynamic of squashing down and everything going into the background again, you have to love those parts of you and kind of encourage them out of the shadows. Come and tell me about it. Tell me why you said that. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what's really bothering you. Tell me your sad little story. It's like being in the dark, and you've got this illumination over you, the light of consciousness, and you're sitting there in this lovely armchair and you're encouraging all these wounded parts of you to come out of the dark and sit on your knee and tell you their sad, sad story, to cry, to wail, to make unreasonable demands. And you listen and you love and you let them talk, and they're like children, and you hold them and you love them, and they change. They begin to trust you. They stop acting out. They stop taking you over. You find yourself not doing these outrageous things. Outrageously cruel or outrageously unkind, outrageously vicious. You stop doing that. You find yourself that you're not doing that as much. That when they're distressed, when they're anxious, that they come to you and they tell you, I'm really upset about this. That person said that to me and I'm very upset. Prepare to be embarrassed and a little bit cringy when you hear yourself saying this stuff. But that's liberation. When you can hear yourself whining on the inside about how insecure you feel, about how betrayed you feel, about all these things that you've been told you should not feel, that you've been shamed about, that you don't perpetuate that you're the one that stops the shame, that you're the parent that you didn't have but you needed. When you do that, then the growth accelerates. It's going to happen anyway, but you'll just accelerate it when you meet it with love rather than shame.